Um, are we live? I just need to know if are we live? Are we in here? Y'all see me, right? And can y'all see me? I can see myself, but can y'all see me? I'm live from the Arsenio Hall show at the Sanctiminium. That's where I'm at. I'm fresh off the jet, sharper than Gillette, the best you can get. I'm loose as a goose. I'm flyer than Beetlejuice. God damn it! We in here. Shit. What's going on, Vinny? What's going on, Ferd?
What up?
What y'all boys doing today? We trying to make some money. We finessing and jugging. We trying to make some money. We trying to get y'all some money today. How y'all doing today? What y'all doing? We in here? What we doing? Talk to me. Talk to me, OTR family. What are we doing today? How are we today? On this day?
We a little light today, everybody.
We a little light today.
We're a little light today. Trey may join us a little bit later today. Unfortunately,
Trey said that he contracted hepatitis in his eye, so he will not be here. Ferd is here. Ralph had stepped out. He's taking care of his baby. He got a baby, so he's taking care of his baby. But Trey said that he caught chlamydia. He caught chlamydia in the eye. What? He was out there dipping in some shit he wasn't supposed to be dipping into and caught chlamydia in his eye. So we wish him a speedy recovery. He said he may be on in 30 minutes. He had to go to Walmart get some drops. But we go.
Oh, man.
The chat is silent. They have nothing to say whatsoever.
To avoid that, only use unvaccinated ejaculate. Oh, wow.
Wade always has the best chat values. So yeah, we're a little short to everybody. Thanks for joining. I know the Final Four or the NCAA Men's Championship is going on today.
Yeah.
So we may have a little light show. We'll try and do this real quick for you. We're gonna pop in real quick with some NFT stuff. So Vinny and Marcus, take it away for us.
Well, real quick, did any of y'all do brackets for the March Madness?
Yeah, I won both mine, but all my teams were out after the Elite Eight.
Damn, I had I would have won it if Miami won over the weekend. Yeah, but ended up in number 4.
You would have won how much though?
Everybody. It was a lot of people. Probably about 20 people, $30 a bracket. It would have been pretty good. I don't know.
He said Southpaw Brad said that eye chlamydia is the worst. Oh my,
it's not good, man. I'm sure.
He said, good thing is Will Deal said, good thing is not 1890. He will live. Amen. Amen. He will live. Amen and A1 man. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of amen and A1 men, let's talk about Nakamigos. So if you have been living under a rock, I'm sure, most of y'all people, y'all don't really play around in this NFT space. There was these pixelated characters that you see right here that went live, and they were called Nakamigos. They came from supposedly this guy named Sartoshi, who had this EOS pass that Vinny had, but he didn't mint one for free because Vinny was asleep at the wheel. So he had to go and spend big money to get his stuff together. Is that the current price? That's not the current price, is it?
Yeah, the current price that's equivalent of $1,300, and
that is $1,300.
I bought it at $250, but I could have minted it for $10.
Could have minted it for $10 because they had a Dutch auction that started at 0.1, right? Mm-hmm. So if you had an EOS pass, you could have minted one for free, and then you could have, for the Dutch auction, it started at 0.1. Now, let me explain something to you, right? Because I want to put some facts out here for you guys. Nakamigos is up 7,000% in just 11 days, and it's officially taken the NFT market by storm, right? We all know that the NFT bear market has been brutal, especially with a bad downturn in late March. But enter a fun pixelated PFP project to try to save the market called Nakamigos, right? It's a 20,000 supply project that reached a 0.7 ETH floor overnight. That's a whopping 340% gain on the week. Now, by the numbers, it's been up and moving for about 11 days. It has a number of sales of 58,844, number of owners 5,753. One sale for one of the Nakamigos was 20 ETH. How much is 20 ETH, Vinny?
Oh man, let me tell you. Hold on. 20 ETH, $36,000.
So something that you could have bought for $10, somebody sold and got $36,000 on something that they bought for $10. So the entire set of 20,000 NFTs have turned over almost 3 times with 58,000 in sales. Nakamigo's Twitter page is the #1 rank global reach on NFT Twitters, right? So here's what Nakamigos did right. Let's talk about it. Low mint price, which means, it was cheap to mint them. Pixelated art, which last thing that took off like this was CryptoPunks. Distribution of mid-tier and high-end traits. So they have the crocodile, the frog, and the one that's called the ghost. Those are the higher-end ones that, again, you could have bought it at $10, $40, whatever the case may be. Honoraries for whales and artists. So what they did was, which was super smart, they created honorary Nakamigos for all the major players in the NFT crypto market, right? So much so that like Beeple and some of these other people. Now, Beeple was the first guy to jump off on this NFT scene. How much did Beeple's thing sell for when it sold? Like $69 million?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Beeple is like NFT royalty, and he's all behind Nakamigos right now. So much so that if Nakamigos gets to 1 ETH, which will probably happen sometime tomorrow, that he will work, and I want to make sure I'm saying this right, in tangent with Nakamigos for chapter 2 of the Nakamigos, which means it's another version coming. Am I right, Vinny?
Yeah, exactly.
So people will do that. Go ahead, Vinny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he just said, so basically he's seen what's happening. He put out a piece. And if anybody's wondering, I'm sure you all have heard of Beeple, but Beeple is now pretty much like the guy, like in terms of fine art in NFTs. He is the guy. So he put out a piece with essentially like some dude praying to like a bunch of like Nakamigos a couple days ago, and that kind of started a firestorm. And then he dropped this info on Twitter where he just said, "Hey, I see the floor going up. If this thing hits 1 ETH, I'm jumping in and I'm gonna do the next thing." So it's big. It's big. That's big news. I mean, it definitely. It's cool to see a project taking off like this, especially when there's a lot of projects that go up and down, and so this should be pretty cool.
And let me add this too. Like, you got to look at it like this, and I really want to make sense for the comic book family that's watching. Right? Imagine buying a book at the comic book store for $5. And then some movie news comes out, and now that same book is like now a grail, and it's like well, let me see. Let's talk about it. It's a $5 book, and it's now worth now? 1,300, Vinny? $1,300. That's what 0.69. Now it's like worth $1,300. You bought this book for $5. It is now worth $1,300. You tell me where you're gonna make that kind of money. You tell me where that's what this NFT shit is all about. And that's the shit that we're trying to explain to y'all. And I know sometimes y'all be like, "Oh man, it's pictures. I can't believe I'm buying a picture of a monkey." Okay. That same monkey is now leveraging your house note. Like, you can buy a house with the shit. So it's like, it's so much going on that again, as I always say, we just want to educate y'all. NFA, not financial advice. Do your own research. But Nakamigos is something that if you were in the group chat with me, Ferd, Trey, and Ralph, we talked about Nakamigos. Of course, me and Vinny are the more NFT degen kind of guys. I think Ferd may have jumped in on it. I know Ralph jumped in on it. Ralph got like 4 of them. Yeah. Ralph got like 4 of them. So Ralph right now is up, let's say 1,300 times 4. That's how much he's up. Quiet as kept.
Ralph is up so high he left us. That's That's how good he's doing.
He made his money and said, "All right, yeah, look, I'm gone. I can't. I'm done. I'm done.
I came and got what I wanted.
I came and got what I wanted. Look, it's been real, guys. Hold on, guys.
Jump on the table.
He farted in my face and left. He like him. Remember when Dave Chappelle did that to Oprah? No, he farted in the office and left when he was started dating Oprah on the Chappelle show. He's like, that's what I gotta say about it. And then he leaves. Yeah, it's like great. So, Nakamigos. So here's my advice, and it's not financial advice. If you have some money sitting around, I hate to tell people to FOMO in, but knowing some of the things that they got going on, I was on a Twitter space with them today. Some of the things that they're getting ready to do and announce are going to be like really, really big, and it's only going to push the price up even more. So if you have some money hanging around, or flip a book real quick. Y'all know y'all got like 20 of these books that's worth $1,000, $2,000. Flip a book and get an NFT and just watch what happens. And this is nothing is ever a sure bet, but Nakamigos is pretty much up there right now. So if I was going to tell you to bet on anything, I would tell you to bet on Nakamigos. That's me. That's me. That's what I would do. Vinny knows it's been many a day we would miss something like Nakamigos, and I would go drop $1,000 just to get into Nakamigos because I know that that's where it would be. Like what's finna happen next. I mean, you look at Doodles and all this other stuff. It like Doodles started at $800 or $600. It's now it moved all the way up to like 30 ETH.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
30 ETH per Doodle, and that's floor price. I mean, come on now. You got to look at it. You got to look at this stuff.
That's insane, man.
Yeah. So Nakamigos, go Nakamigos. That's it. I've been waiting to do that.
I love it.
I'm waiting to do that.
Also, in NFT news, I've been trying to research just news and whatnot. Richard Garfield joins Fragment Studios, and you guys don't know who Richard Garfield is. You're probably not a nerd, but if you do, you are a nerd because he's the dude that founded Magic the Gathering. Anyway, I just thought this was kind of interesting because now you have the possibilities of like last week you guys touched, or the last couple weeks you touched about Pharrell being, the Louis Vuitton creative director, and him, bringing in that NFT kind of space. Well, how crazy would it be if Richard Garfield, who was the founder of Magic the Gathering, started to do some types, NFT projects with trading card games? It's coming quick, and I think companies are starting to get pretty smart and attuned to it. They're trying to bring these experts that founded just crazy types of properties, and it's coming mainstream. It's not exactly mainstream, but it's coming. Like it's on its way for sure.
And and how I like to liken any of this stuff right now, when you speak of like Magic the Gathering, like right now they're getting ready to get a whole new fresh wind with this Lord of the Rings thing that they're doing, where it's one card out of all that whole set that's actually the one, but you got variations of the card, but it's clearly going to be $1 million card, right? Like, let's just be for real. So people are going to be chasing. People are going to be spending $700 on a box that could be straight bullshit, but they're hoping that they get something that can help them offset that cost. So even with, again, Nakamigos, NFTs, or whatever the NFT you choose, it's a numbers game. Like some shit you're going to get in and it's going to tank. Some shit you're going to get in and it's going to hit. Like we sat there, me and Vinny have many a nights cried together. Bro, I can't believe we just spent $500 on some bullshit. And it just, Jesus, we spent $500 on the titty game. And it just be something just random NFT, but it'd be back behind somebody, and then something goes left and it doesn't work out. But you're going to spend that same $700, $500, $420, whatever you're going to spend on a box that may not have nothing in it. Card fodder. That's what it's going to be. Cards will be 10 fucking cents. And you're going to spend that money hoping that you get the ring. But if you get the ring, shit, it was worth it. That $750 or whatever you're going to spend on it was worth it. So it's the same concept, just different shit. If I'm going to spend my money, I'm going to roll the dice on things that I think that probably could make more money for me in the long run. Looking at the landscape of everything, you're looking at, all of these, NFTs and people making money on the shit, right? You're looking at, cards and card companies getting into the NFT game and, okay. And all of that. So what you want to do is make sure that you're in the front of that. You want to make sure you're in the front of that as much as you can, right? You want to make sure you're ahead of that as much as you can. Can't make too many promises, but you want to make sure you're ahead of it as much as you can. Who could you have told that you was going to be a Pokemon collector for the people that collect Pokemon cards right now? Or One Piece. One Piece is going nuts right now for the people that got like One Piece cards or the Luffy card or whatever the winner, whatever the case may be. Shit's going insane. But how do you explain to your friend, you know what I'm saying, your neighbor, that you got a package of cards coming and you done spent $3,000 on a case of cards? I bought these Sapphire cards. It was a dice roll. Who knew that I was gonna get a Julio Rodriguez, a Bobby Witt, and all that other shit that I got? I don't know none of these characters. Y'all had to tell me who they were.
Characters.
What did I say?
They're all just widgets to you, aren't they, Marcus?
What did I say? Did I say something wrong?
They're people, Marcus. They're people,
Okay. Congratulations. I don't know who they are. Shit. Bobby Witt could walk by me in the grocery store. I would not know who the hell he is. I'd walk by, excuse me. Julio Rodriguez could walk by me at the Chicken Shack, because, at the Pollo Loco, and I would not know who he is. Some of y'all get that on the way home, but you get
Horsecock says characters players, same stuff.
Same shit. Yeah, come on, Horsecock. You already know. Like, just bring me some money. That is it. I want money. We need money. That's what I want. I want this. I want to wake up. I want this. This is what I want. Paper. And the US dollar going to shit. So I'm about to get me some yen or won or whatever. I'm about to get some money, baby, because look, they out here telling y'all the US dollar finna go to shit. Yeah, I'm out here. I'm sweating bullets right now. I'm like, boy, this paper ain't finna be nothing. I'm finna burn this shit. I'm about to buy silver and gold, and I'm gonna start flipping like they do in the 1800s. I'm gonna start flipping silver coins to these boys at Burger King. Flick it.
I will get ruble because the dollar is weak.
Facts, bro. Like, I'm just saying.
So another thing that I found in this NFT search was actually something that came about in sort of my area in Southpaw Brad's area, but recently I found this article a couple of days ago. A home was bought on the Solana NFT blockchain for $246,000. There's not huge details into this, but this transaction raised $11,000, dollars. I didn't really read a ton about the actual transaction, the process of how the money was exchanged. Vinny, you kind of touched on in backstage. It was, it was more of the deed being transferred or whatnot.
Well, it looks like, yeah. Well, so I read an article before about that, but it looks like this was they fractionalized or tokenized this house, and if you it looks like there were 38 investors, so they did it using an NFT. They fractionalized it using an NFT, which is something that, as you guys know, that's something that they've been doing a lot lately. This might also come to bite people later, I think, because fractionalizing it, turning into security might be a problem. But I guess we're still in the waters with trying to figure out how this whole NFT game works when it comes to assets and tokenizing stuff. But what I was saying was that what they are starting to do is in certain places is, in addition to the deed or instead of the deed, they're using an NFT to record the sale, and it's on the blockchain. So it's almost like you have a digital deed. So that is something that is starting to occur, and it will probably occur a lot more frequently as the real estate market catches up with what's going on in Web3. So
that's actually really interesting in regards to technology, because Brad in the chat probably knows this as well, but we're very archaic. Mortgages and real estate is very archaic. Like it just hasn't caught up. We started just doing e-signatures like a year ago, and a lot of it is like regulation and all that. But one of the biggest like complaints with real estate transactions is the speed of it, and that's really cool in regards to technology integrating with an archaic kind of forever type of business transaction. That's why it kind of brought my attention to it. So, and then lastly on this segment, we're gonna touch back on NFTs in a little bit, but we were talking about video games, and we were talking about this Nintendo Switch OLED console. Pre-sales were sold out everywhere. I got one. I had to go in person at GameStop. It was kind of a hassle or whatnot, but I feel like, so this game, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom OLED console edition, it comes out at the end of the month. It's the second basically Zelda on Switch. There's highly anticipated game, and this special edition came out. I think the special edition retails for like $350 retail. However, you can see here it's kind of dipping a little bit here. I mean, it's still a pre-sale, so there may be an opportunity if you are not able to obtain this to maybe buy in at retail or like close to retail right now. It could be a flip, or it could be a long-term investment. I don't know, but if you're in the market for this, I thought this was kind of a interesting kind of idea to go into. But I know you guys got these, correct?
Yeah, I grabbed one on pre-order. Yep,
cool. From
Best Buy. Yep.
Yeah. Marcus, you too, right?
Yeah, I did. I grabbed one, and it was close. It was a close call, yeah. But I got it, and but I saw people buying the joysticks and doing all kind of shit. I mean, it was crazy with that whole Zelda thing, right? Mm-hmm. I do want to say this: Zelda, you can never go wrong with Zelda. Zelda's one of those long-term holds. It don't matter what it is, it's gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? You can never go wrong with Zelda. So anytime Zelda comes out, I'm grabbing.
Yeah, pretty much every, if you can get one of those 0-day releases, which this is, of course, for any of these Zelda games, they all do well once you get them graded and stuff like that. I mean, of course, you all might be obviously buying to play, which is perfectly fine. But if you're thinking of like down the road, they typically will increase in value.
Oh, no. I'm not going to play mine. I'm going to leave it in the box. I'm going to send that joint off as soon as I get it to Wata or wherever. Wata! I'm going to send it wherever it can grade and get encapsulated. And I'm going to put it up. And then I'll just go to GameStop after the game drop down in price a little and play it like the rest of y'all.
Man, you were just making a joke about that with Wata, but that's actually why it was called Wata.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
You said what? You said what?
That's the company was named because of that.
they Wata! That's what they.
Yeah.
Boy, shut up! You lied. I do not believe that is what's Wata. They said, you know what? We're looking at this Bruce Lee movie. Wata! That's the perfect name. That's the perfect name for the game company. What?
That makes me mad. Where can you grade consoles, Vinny? Like, what's the best place to go?
VGA.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the only company that does it right now. Is VGA.
Oh, okay.
So Wata don't do it.
They don't do it, huh?
No, Wata doesn't do it. No.
Is it Wata or Wata?
No, it's Wata.
I like Wata better.
I mean, you said Wata. That's. Okay, never mind. Go ahead. So, see, you don't want to tell me no stuff.
Fred, let's clip him saying that.
I'll do like a remix.
Sound effect in future shows.
Oh, okay. I got it. Say it 3 more times. Say it 3 more times. I'll record it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you already know. This is gonna be amazing. I can't wait.
I wish Trey was here, but I'll try my best here. So
I think Trey said he is going to come in just a little bit.
Okay, why don't we'll skip back to this then, and we'll just kind of keep the NFT stuff going on, guys. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool. So let's talk about Doge, right? Doge soars. Let's talk about how it surged more than 35% after Elon Musk's Twitter replaced the social media platform familiar blue bird atop its homepage with cryptocurrency's iconic Shiba Inu dog logo. Doge had a high of 10 cents versus it's been hovering around 7 cents before the logo change. Before Monday, its price last exceeded 10 cents in December, according to CoinDesk, right? So Musk has frequently touted Doge, suggesting the meme coin may offer better payments and functionality other than Bitcoin. In January, Financial Times reported that Twitter was designing a system to permit payments through social media platform, while Musk, who was the CEO, wanted Twitter first and foremost to be for fiat currencies, and he sought the ability to add cryptocurrencies, a story that gave Doge price a lift. So if you go on Twitter right now, instead of the bird, it's the dog. It's amazing things. It's amazing shit. Right there. There you go. You can't beat it. The Doge dog.
Oh, oops. There you go.
That's wild. That is crazy.
I don't know how else to put it.
Elon's playing with us again.
Yeah, Elon's playing with us. And seeing, look, even with the picture, you can see it's like the Doge dog there. He's getting pulled over by the police. And then he has the Twitter bird. And he was like, hey, that's an old photo. Elon posted that out. Elon posted that. So, like I said, it's a lot going on right now. It's a great time to be in Doge. And again, I say with the US dollar doing what it's doing and everybody creating different, currencies, now's the time. And I think they said that the date when you should really start to focus on cryptocurrencies, I want to say is April 11th, right, Vinny? Something happens April 11th. I don't know what, but it's like a surge of ETH that's happening. It's coming into the ecosystem like April 11th or something. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
I saw somebody put that in the chat the other day, but does that mean that because of increased volume, it's going to go down? The price is going to go down?
I think that's what they're trying to say, is that it's that it'll probably go down. But even if it goes down, it's going to bounce right back up because with the they're just looking at a surge of Will Deal said second quarter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Second quarter. So. Like I said, even if it does dip, like I said, now here's what you guys should be doing. Let's just be for real. If you are playing in the cryptocurrency game, you should be putting at least $50 to $100 per paycheck into Bitcoin, Doge, Shiba, ETH. Buy the things that you're comfortable with, and what you see, and do your research. Again, do your own research, not financial advice. But you already know where stuff is kind of moving, and this is why I love the ticker that Ferd will put down. Like some of the stuff is funny, but some of the stuff is actually really knowledgeable about like where crypto is going, because the dollar is happening, and because the way that stuff is happening with our money, it only makes sense for us to gravitate to a cryptocurrency. Like it's coming, and I don't want to wait until I'm forced to have to make a decision. Let me already jump in there now. That's my thing. I don't want to be forced to make a decision. Let me already jump in now.
Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. I actually do $200 a week. So I do 100 Ethereum, 100 Bitcoin, and I've been doing that for quite a while. So just to catch the ups and downs, just dollar cost averaging in. So.
Yeah, I've been doing like 50 in ETH just to actually, from your guys' suggestion, because I want to be able to get on a drop of an NFT or just OpenSea, buy a secondary market. And for a while, it took me a while to kind of get, ready for that. So it's a process with NFTs. I was telling these guys backstage that, I wasn't an immediate NFT guy. It took me like 2-3 months to really like listen to what you guys had to say about it and your experiences before I actually started buy crypto and all that. So, if you're not into it now, I would say from a personal experience, like just keep watching our shows and ask questions in the Discord. I remember, dude, Marcus, I think the first time we ever talked, we had like a conference call with like 4 other dudes, and like I was just writing down stuff, man. It was like, yeah, we're always here to like answer questions.
We jumped on Discord. Remember, we jumped on Discord in the chat and had a whole conversation about
it was really
setting
good.
up MetaMask and things like that. But even in that, what's going on, Trey? Even in that, I want to hit this too while we're talking about NFTs. Let's cover some drops, if you don't mind, things that are out today. This is some ways that you can train the motherfucking build. Absolutely. These are some things you probably need to be looking out for today and over the next couple of days, right? So Mech Army is one of them, right? So Mech Army is, hold on one second. Let me I want to make sure I grab the info. So they were exhibited at NFT Paris. Mech Army is the latest digital toy collection from world-renowned GIF artist Javier Arias. For the special drop, Arias brings his digital toys into the real world for the first time as a small batch generative collection of physical and digital robots spanning 4 releases. Each NFT robot will come with an unlockable corresponding physical version. That drops tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern. Those right there. So if you get your hands on it, I think if you want, Ferg, you can drop a link there where people can grab it. I think I put the links there for you. You can kind of grab it and they can go and grab those.
Let me do that.
That's one. Another one to look out for is going to be, and this is up Vinny's alley, it's going to be Live Art Card. It drops tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. 8 a.m. Eastern for the pre-sale, 10 a.m. for the public. This was founded by how do I say this, Vinny? Sotheby's? Yeah, Sotheby's and Christie's Veterans Trading Analytics Platform. Live Art created the X card to help put an end to flipping and speculation. Card holders can enjoy a wide range of benefits, including exclusive whitelist, art market insights, art token rewards, and more. Live Art's release partnership with 4 Gallery, whose artist roster includes Beeple, Pack, Wisby, and Boss Logic. So that drops tomorrow morning.
That sounds similar to what they did with the Goda Mint Pass. I think it sounds like a way to bridge traditional fine artists into the NFT space, because Goda Mint Pass is another one that's similar to this, but they're speculating that, and they did a drop with Todd James and Billionaire Boys Club, and they're speculating that Cause is going to do a drop on there too. So these things are great. I actually didn't know about this, Marcus. I'm gonna watch this.
I mean, I'm me, baby. Of course you don't know. Of course you wouldn't know. I'm a superstar. So when I give you information, trust me, it's real. Let's talk about that.
I take it all back.
Well, whatever. You already said it. It doesn't matter. The next one that dropped is Iron Paw Gang. Now that dropped today. You can get it on OpenSea. But it's Iron Paw Gang comes from the company that does Invisible Friends. It's a narrative-driven mech project that takes place in a post-apocalyptic landscape. The project builds on the walk cycle genre and will include swappable driver PFPs and generative soundscapes uniquely tailored for each animation. So Iron Paw Gang is like really cool, right? I really want one of these bad. And when it came out, that's what they look like.
That is cool.
That's what they look like. I really want one of those bad.
I like this one, that flamethrower one. That's cool.
And it comes with the noise too. So like when it's walking, it's doing all that, and it shoots the laser or whatever the case may be. That's the
the Burger Boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, somebody jamming Mariah Carey.
What was that? Oh, that's weird.
That's probably Bird.
Maybe. That was weird. I clicked on the NFT and then it made the noise and then it went Mariah Carey on me. So.
Well, you might be watching some other stuff, Ferg. You may be watching some other stuff for it. I don't know what to tell you.
So what are these goofy fuckers going for?
Which ones?
The one with the hamburger and French fries and shit like that.
The Mech Army. Which one?
Yeah.
Which one you talking? Which one?
The Iron Paw Gang. He's talking about this thing. It hasn't minted yet.
No. It started. It minted today.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah, it did mint today at 4:00 Eastern. So right now on OpenSea, yes, son, I am. Right now on OpenSea, give me 1 second. I'm gonna look because I've been watching it. It was up all the way up to like 7 ETH.
0.5, it's at 0.5.
It's at 0.5 right now, so it's floating at 0.5. But 0.5, be clear, is $1,000.
Yeah,
it's 1,085.
It's number 4 on OpenSea too.
Number 4, Iron Paw Gang, yeah. Iron Paw Gang. Because you got to look at it. These are the people that kind of do Invisible Friends as well, but it's not the same guy. They created this collective called Random Collective RCC, and this is another drop from them. And it's like, I mean, it's really some next level shit. This Iron Paw Gang has been a long time coming. And reveal is going to happen in 1 or 2 days. So it's going to be really cool. I definitely have my eyes on it. I could have got one for 600, but I was connecting my wallet and I missed it.
Crazy.
You got a couple more here. I'll just grab one.
Ferg, you're looking handsome tonight, sir.
I got a haircut. I got a haircut yesterday. Just wanted to.
I was about to say. I mean, you fucking look like you're starting to get in wedding shape. Starting to put it all together.
Just one meal a day. It's like whatever. It's cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you on mute, Marcus. It's great.
Sorry. Here I am. Hello. Okay. So this is Gotta Get Gert. Gotta Get Gert is basically 1,000 character card NFT. It drops April 7th. Public sale time has not been announced, but you can go to their Twitter if you want to post it on Twitter. Having maintained a low profile in the NFT space since dropping his coveted Defaced and Friends collection in 2021, Defaced has returned with a new sizable endeavor centered around the character Gert. The latest release will feature 1,000 NFTs spread across 14 character cards with 2 one-of-ones hidden somewhere among them.
Wow.
Yeah. Gotta get Gert. Gotta get Gert. Gotta love it. Gotta get Gert. You gotta love it.
Hey, Vinny, Marcus, I got a question for you guys. Like, how much? I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to post. I'm not saying post your price or nothing, but like, how much ETH do y'all carry in your wallets for secret drops and shit like that? Or do you buy it as you go? I know, Vinny. I'm like I said, you can tell me shut the fuck up if you want to. I know you bought a bunch during the dip during the pandemic multiple times and did well on ETH. So are you just using old funds, or are you putting new funds in? Or
no, I'm trying not to. Well, I'm trying not to mix the two too much. So I have ETH that I've been buying that I'm trying to keep just to hold ETH, and separately I will buy ETH just to get in on some of these projects. Like if I think a project will definitely go up, or I feel like it's like has the beginnings of a blue chip, I'll park some of the ETH that I have in it just as a hedge to have that go up. But no, normally I'll just buy some just to jump into a project. I'm not like buying a ton, but if it's something I like, I'll just buy some and put it in. But I mean, I try to keep like probably half an ETH in my NFT wallet at all times, just to have something to play with if something's coming up.
So I'm going to tell you how I move. I move a little bit different than him. I'm a flipper by nature, just like how, I would flip a comic book or anything else. So I'm going to invest, and then I'm going to flip, double my money, and let that sit in ETH, like in my wallet. So I'm not pulling money from anywhere. I'm flipping from the shit that I traditionally had and made money on, and it's just kind of sitting there building a war chest. That's how the real degens get out here with it. We build war chests, and then we lose it. It's kind of like no harm, no foul. Like even with the Nakamigos, I spent 40 on one and 120 on the other. And I've sold one for like $880.
Is that you showed the profit Saturday, right?
Yeah, I sent it to y'all. Like, like I sent it in the group chat. I like $880 just
now,
on something that I spent something that I spent $40 on. Right? Crazy.
Do you do that because you're in love with your money?
Absolutely. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm in love with that money. Yes.
That's a little Paul Wall Chameleonaire throwback for everyone who didn't know. I thought that would get Marcus excited.
Yeah, I am excited about it. Yes, I am. I am excited about it. It made me feel good. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, so that's interesting. That's the one thing I'm always scared shitless of on my wallet is to just keep a bunch of funds in there. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Like I just don't like keeping any more than like $400 or $500 worth of crypto in that wallet, just in case I click a stupid link or because I'm fully capable of that. I'm fully capable of getting suckered into one of those fucking scams by clicking a link.
If you're on Twitter, just don't anytime you're added with something or DM something, just don't even touch it. Or Discord, just don't touch it. Just don't touch it.
I go to Twitter for different things than y'all do.
Yeah,
not different shit than I do. I'm gonna tell you that right now, brother. We on the same page. I love Twitter.
No, I'm just saying I go there to fight with fuckers. So I ain't.
Oh no, I don't go to fight.
That's what I mean. Like that's all I do is talk shit and tell people how dumb they are. That's the difference.
I don't go to Twitter to fight. Twitter's a much different world than what it used to be. My God, today.
That boomer energy. What's this?
Yeah.
What you got here, Marcus? What's this?
This ain't me. What is this?
Oh,
this is not me. This is Vinny.
This 3N?
It's not me. Might have been Ralph.
Oh, you know what? It probably was Ralph. And Ralph has, subsided to his wife. I don't know what that is.
All right. Well, back to Jay-Z AI stuff, man. This is
Well, by the way, speaking of Twitter, did y'all see today that Elon Musk changed the Twitter profile photo to the Dogecoin? You already talk about that?
Yeah,
we
that's
already
the first thing we talked about. See a little picture right there.
Up.
You're good, man.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
You're good.
We're coming right back to you in a second, so be ready.
Just let me know what I do.
All right.
So Jay-Z didn't they sue? No, or it was Eminem that they sued, right?
There was a rap group that basically made a song and then AI generated Jay-Z's voice and put it on there. Vert, do you have the clip of that?
Let me see.
Actually, yeah, I'll post it in chat for you.
Okay.
Y'all
someone just did a YouTube influencer just did one with Eminem and got a flag on YouTube with a copyright infringement, and they said that if he does it again, he will get kicked off YouTube.
Damn.
It was an Eminem. He did an Eminem AI thing.
Born in a cell with no one who can inspire you. Your highs up was never as high as those that lie to you. Pretending that they live in the sky, lying behind your roof. Shooting holes up at your ceiling, trying to find the proof, trying to fight the feeling, the truth. Tied up like the noose they've been concealing. Didn't diamond, so do you find it appealing?
Wow.
Oh no, you ain't heard nothing. You gotta hear the Kanye ones.
I heard. Well, what was funny was we argued this weekend about if that Kanye song with the Kim Kardashian sample or the voicemail.
It's not. It's AI.
Yeah. No. Well, Drake played it yesterday at the concert and fucking shut it down. And I mean, apparently, it caused some shit. I'm hoping Kanye's fucking sharpening a sword somewhere.
Yeah, Kanye is definitely in the studio. I know that for a fact. I saw some screenshots of him in the studio somewhere. So he's definitely coming out of his cocoon and doing some things, and we're definitely excited about that.
Down in Miami, it sounded like. But the Jay-Z AI thing was crazy because Young Guru, who is Jay-Z's engineer, actually posted it, and he was like, "Damn, this is scary."
Yeah,
and a lot of music industry folk popped in. They were like, "Damn, this is really scary." But I mean, at the end of the day, it is pretty freaking impressive. I think. As opposed to, I think people got to just figure out how to use it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's all about a license using it, but you could be like Prince. Prince used to say, no, you can't sample my music. So if that's what you want to do, Just say no. Nobody can license it. Nobody can sample it. Nobody can AI generate it. And I think that's the way to deal with it. And if you do have your voice out there and you want it to be used by other people, then you could provide a license, or maybe it's something that you approve the usage of. But it could be another interesting form of revenue for artists in the music industry. So we'll see how it plays out. But I admit it is pretty crazy, and it's interesting to see, because I wouldn't have known the difference if I just heard it without the context.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
So Trey, while you were gone, we kind of skipped ahead to this, but we're gonna roll back to you. We were, with the episode of Mandalorian last week, obviously there was some Kanan speculation. I saw some books kind of fly up a little bit, but I'm kind of going the route of the magazines, man. What do you think?
Dude, that's funny you say that. I literally got a bunch of I'm way behind. I went mushroom hunting today and got a fucking stick in my eye, and it's been a shit show of a fucking day. But dude, I don't think you're wrong. I think magazines are the way to go. Like, I picked up 5 of these Star Wars Insider 200s, which, like I said, this is one of those things. I got them for $3 a piece on Etsy, and they're fucking literally 9/8 candidates. And you guys know, I mean, anything. I'll show a little bit better.
Nice.
I mean, they're absolutely the spine. There's no white showing. I mean, it's absolutely pristine. And I think you guys are on. I mean, and what's crazy is I learned a lot of this from Wade and Darth Evan. Obviously, I'm way behind when it comes to Star Wars stuff. I haven't watched all the Clone Wars. I haven't watched Rebels, The Bad Batch, any of that stuff that most people have watched. I have not. So I know about. Here's the thing. I know a little bit about Thrawn because I read the old Zahn trilogy when I was in high school. So I'm a little bit familiar with Thrawn, but the other thing too is people in Star Wars, y'all gotta stop fucking spoiling stuff. You want to stay up till 1 o'clock and watch that shit? Don't fucking post about it at 5:30 in the morning when you fucking wake up. Some other people got jobs and shit. Cannot believe the spoiler situation going on when it comes to Star Wars stuff. Drives me nuts. The Kanan stuff, I've talked about it before. I mean, I don't know a lot about the character, but I mean, I've been picking up the Star Wars Insiders of all the first appearances that Wade and Evan have been telling me to pick up. I know everyone was excited last week about that fucking character. It looked like Chewbacca fucked Mac and me. That was in the diner for about 30 seconds, but I just don't understand how people are going to spend a lot of money on that character. Honestly, what did that character do other than drink a beer to make people go and spend their hard-earned money?
Probably
he's not going to be a fucking relevant Star Wars character. He might be a Star Wars character, but they're not going to make a fucking movie about that guy. I don't even know his name. Zebs, thank you.
Yeah, Zeb.
Literally, it looks like Chewbacca fucked that character from Mac and me. And he's gigantic, and that was about the extent of it. I mean, literally, I woke up that morning. That's all anyone talked about. Was, did you see Zeb? Did you see Zeb? Okay. What did he do? Did he fucking pull out a lightsaber and kill somebody? Nope. He was talking in a bar.
Is the thought that Ezra and all those other peeps are going to come through? That's what I got from it.
Now, that would be cool. I mean, the Ezra Bridger character, like I said, I'm talking out of my ass a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about them to say anything, but Wade has told me that he's a pretty intricate character. He's force sensitive, carries a lightsaber, but he's kind of quirky, pisses people off, and has kind of evolved through the years, which I think that'd be an interesting character to learn a little bit about.
Yeah, just because I think people should see this too. This is how much that the slide there. So I bought this book for $40 and near mint. And now it's going for 80, or asking for 80 at least. There's another cover that's going for $330. Now that's kind of outrageous in my opinion, but if you look at a Star Wars Kanan #1, or #6, those are like 3 figures easily, like sometimes raw. So it might be good to go the route of magazines like Trey's been talking about.
Well, this is the start. Here's the first appearance of Ezra and Zeb and a bunch of the other characters. I don't know their fucking names. I'm not going to try. But this is the Star Wars Insider 152 subscription virgin variant. Not easy to find. And this is beat to shit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But when I found it, it was the only one at the time. So I'm trying to pick up as much of those as possible. I mean, we talked about it a little bit in the Discord last week. Jesus Christ, I'm out of shape. I can fucking run to my other room and can't fucking breathe.
Yeah, just take a second because I want to ask you something, but I'm gonna give you a chance to get your breath. So, let me ask you this though, Trey. While we're sitting here switching gears right quick, is now the time to start grabbing Fantastic Four shit, Inhuman shit, any of the Galactus, Silver Surfer? Someone was telling me that now's the time to start grabbing that shit.
Man, I've been an anti-Fantastic Four person for 10 years. I think that they have the same issue that Superman has. His story doesn't resonate the same way that it did in the 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. Like that, the Fantastic Four, Sue Storm and Reed Richards and the Human Torch, they're four mediocre, lame white people. No, I'm just saying that. So, and that doesn't get pushed anymore unless there's a lot of diversity involved. So I just don't think there's stories to be told. There's a reason that the two worst fucking I like the original Fantastic Four, the one that had Michael Chiklis in it and those, but there's a reason that last one that had like Michael B. Jordan and those people in it was one of the worst movies that have ever been made.
Why you say that?
Did you watch it?
It was terrible, but I want to know why you think it was terrible, because I'm gonna tell you why I think it was terrible.
Dude, that dude who played Dr. Doom from Nip and Tuck was absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
Then they went to that fucking planet with the green ooze and all that other shit. It was horrible. But here's the thing about the Fantastic Four. There's only a few directions they can go that's interesting, in my opinion, and it involves the Silver Surfer and Galactus. They try to do Galactus multiple times, and I mean, until I don't know, maybe the Marvel Cinematic Universe can do Galactus right, but I didn't think the Silver Surfer in the second one from the early 2000s was that bad. I thought the CGI on it was really, really good, but I mean, it didn't make people want to go see that movie. I just don't know if the Fantastic Four is going to do it. I mean, I just don't see people excited. There's a reason that no one buys the Fantastic Four comic books anymore. They can't keep a series running because it falls out of the top 150 very, very quickly.
First of all, I just think that, with no disrespect to you, I think you're being so disrespectful when we're talking about the Fantastic Four. Galactus and Silver Surfer are amazing characters. I need the Inhumans to take off because I got a couple of them books that I need to flip. So you watch your damn mouth when we talk about Fantastic Four. I'm trying to sell some books.
I hated the Inhumans because that was Marvel's way of trying to fuck Fox for having the mutant rights.
Yeah. Did you see that trash? How Black Bolt in the Black Panther movie? Was it Black Panther? Yeah. No. No. What was it? When Black Bolt was there and they zipped his mouth up and he yelled and blew his head off and all that.
Yeah. Take me serious as a fucking character. Take me serious. I got a fork on my forehead.
Strange. It was Doctor Strange Multiverse.
Yeah.
Madness, where Black Bolt was there and Reed Richards and remember Scarlet Witch, it just kind of went off on everybody and she zipped Black Bolt's mouth and he was like, and he yelled or something and blew his own brains out. I was like, man, what kind of corny shit is this?
Here's how bad the Inhumans are. That was literally, we've talked about it hundreds of times, but there's a reason that Marvel turned Kamala Khan from an Inhuman to a mutant.
So are you telling me that I need to sell this Inhuman book right now?
Sell it or wait till it gets cold enough next winter when you need a fire starter, because comics are
first
so hard.
First appearance of Inhumans, and you're telling me to burn it?
what is that? Is that
45.
45?
Yeah.
I don't know about burning it, but I just don't see any lanes for that book to go up in value. Even, I mean, it was falsely fluffed up in value 6-7 years ago. By the way, there's a reason that ABC show didn't even finish. I think they got through 5 episodes, and ABC said, when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the biggest shit pot that I've ever watched in my life, can go for 8-9 seasons, and the Inhumans can't even go for episode 6, I should tell you a lot. I mean, well, here's the thing. Their best character can't even fucking speak. You said it best. Black Bolt can't talk, or he's going to blow everything up. And that's the only character. No one gives a shit about the redhead chick with the crazy hair and Karnak
Medusa and Karnak and the dog and you know, whatever.
Oh, I'm sure the dog. People are going to, I mean, people love dog characters, but I don't know. I'm not excited about the Fantastic Four. I've talked about it. I'm ready for the fucking mutants to show up and start kicking ass. That's what I think Marvel needs. I think they need Doctor Doom, which Fantastic Four is probably how they're going to get Doctor Doom into it. I mean, that's the most canon, makes the most sense, etc. But I mean, if I'm going to have to sit through multiple Fantastic Four movies to get Doom, I'm going to wait for that shit to come up on direct fucking TV or something.
Listen, you stop being disrespectful with the Inhumans. I need this book to sell. But speaking of movies, let's talk about Black Beetle. Well, you know, what do you think about the trailer?
The Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle, excuse me. Let me make sure, because we were talking about Black Bolt. So I said Black Beetle. I was like, because you know,
I saw the trailer, and then I saw fucking George Lopez, and then I couldn't. I don't know if I can go see it. Did you see how dumb he looked?
I heard him speak. I didn't really see him, but I wasn't as excited for it as Flash. Flash was cool.
I'm sorry, Southpaw Brad is retarded. He's like, looks like we'll get a first appearance in Human Rash this week.
It'll be overpriced. Someone will overprice the fuck out of it too.
Yes, I will overprice it. So get ready. I want my money. I need my money. But go ahead. What you say about Blue Beetle?
The trailer was interesting, though. As far as the CGI, I thought the kid from Karate Kid was the perfect person to play Jaime Reyes.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
He looks like it. He fits it. You know, he's done some martial arts. Obviously, he knows how to fight a little bit. I thought the suit looked amazing.
Yes.
But I'm going to ask you guys this. Who's the fucking villain?
I don't read Blue Beetle, so I'm not sure.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Trey. That's not right. Don't do that.
I talked about this in the Discord last week. I'm not spending $22 to go to comic book movies anymore when it's as shitty as Shazam and stuff like. If I don't know who the villain is ahead of time, why am I going to spend $20 to go to a movie and go watch it?
Trey, what about thinking about this with the villain? Asking about a villain. Do you think this is more garnered towards 18 to 28-year-olds versus like 24 to 40-year-olds? This movie?
Blue Beetle?
Yeah.
Yes, but at the same point in time, young people aren't buying comic books. So I'm very curious to see the age gap of people. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think of Ted Kord as the fucking Blue Beetle. That's the people who buy comic books. The people that we're friends with, that's who they know as the Blue Beetle. So I just don't know if that younger group that doesn't buy comics are that familiar with Jaime's character to make it a blockbuster success.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing about it, I thought DC, the best that they've done with the Blue Beetle current character was through some of the DC animated stuff from 5 or 6 years ago. It was really, he almost killed Damien in one of them because the Scarab went fucking crazy. They had to throw him in the Lazarus pit. I mean, they did some really cool stuff in the animated things, but I just don't know. I think most people on the surface are going to think that this is some cheesy movie. They don't realize that his first appearance was in Infinite Crisis 23 years ago or whatever it was, and that he's been the main Blue Beetle in continuity. I just don't know if people are going to know that or not.
Well, you know, if we're talking about continuity, I want to make sure that we're speaking about, you know, anybody that's living in this world of new DC, right? I just don't know how to case it when you got the Flash and you have all this other shit, and then they're pulling out Blue Beetle.
Well, and
right?
then we know that these movies aren't going to fucking be around when Gunn takes over.
But here's the thing. Now, I do believe Southpaw Brad hit something. Kids probably watch Cobra Kai, and they will go because of the Cobra Kai reference.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. But here's the other thing. Most people don't have to pay to watch. I mean, their parents pay, but they're not going to the movies to watch Karate Kid. They're watching it on YouTube or they're watching it on Netflix. You throw a $15, $18, $20 ticket on that. I just don't know. Here, let me ask you this: I mean, the first Shazam movie did quite well. This second Shazam movie shit the bed to epic proportions. And who's a more popular character in the mainstream, Shazam or Jaime Reyes' Blue Beetle?
I couldn't answer that for you. Honestly, I couldn't answer that for you.
So if people aren't excited to go watch a Shazam movie, who is I'd say he's a top 15 DC character. Would that be a fair assessment? Yeah. Billy Baston. Okay. Where would you rank Jaime in that pantheon of popular DC characters in today's standards?
402nd. I don't know.
So why? You know what I mean? It just seems like this would make more sense to put this movie on like HBO Max or something like that, to let characters, I just don't. I don't know. And here's the thing. They basically gave the whole intro of his character in the fucking preview.
Probably they did that because no one knows who he is, like mainstream wise, right?
That's what I mean. Like they didn't leave a lot to be desired from what I saw in the trailer.
I think they did a good job with casting, and that'll bring people to watch or get interested in the movie as far as a fan's concerned. I just know that because kids I've talked to are like, oh yeah, Karate Kid. Yeah, I want to go see that movie. Now, as far as like going to see the Blue Beetle, it's a different story, right? So,
but listen, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry, Trey. I'm sorry. I hear exactly what you're saying, Trey. I'm not here to be the fun snatcher. What I'm saying is that, to your point, I don't think these people are watching comics. I don't think they're grabbing comics, right? Being that they're not grabbing comics, bro, that's what Gunn, I think, is hanging on. That's why he's trying to make these movies so CGI and special effect-ish kind of, I made that word up. But it's like, I'm going to focus on the movie just being cool as shit, because I know you're not reading the comics. So I can just basically tell you Superman farted and blew a hole in the world, and you're just going to believe it. It doesn't come out of a book. It's just going to be what it is, right? So, but
you got a family. What, you got 3 kids or 2 kids?
I have 3 kids. 3. My oldest is 23.
So if you got so you got 2 living at the house.
Yeah.
Are you going to spend $80 on tickets plus another 40 in concessions to go take your kids to go watch Blue Beetle?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I got the bootleg. I mean, I got the Fire Stick. I'm gonna download that shit, and we're gonna watch it. And I'm gonna grab some popcorn. I'm gonna let the bootleg man go in there with a camera, record it like this, and then upload it to Fire Stick. I'm gonna be watching it.
There's gonna be people getting up like this.
People getting up and walking,
speaking different languages.
You just gonna start hearing all kinds. Don't buy. They going all in. Yeah, going in. I'm gonna be sitting up eating pop.
I just, they scrapped the Batgirl movie. I just don't understand I just don't like the Shazam Fury of the Gods. I know that they lost a shit ton of money, but they keep releasing these movies to have us excited about a reboot. So I just think this convolutes. I just think it muddies the water by introducing characters like this. When I promise you, Blue Beetle's not on James Gunn's fucking radar. I just don't buy it. So is it cool to introduce a Hispanic character like this for fans of that and that culture? I think yes, but I just don't think the character was built up enough to give him a movie in this time frame.
Yeah, I wonder what the thought process was to specifically choose him as we're gonna make a movie. Huh.
the same. Yeah. DC has not made a good decision in 8 years. So I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah,
I'm surprised we didn't get a Dead Man movie.
Yeah,
we didn't.
No, I mean that's what I mean. Like I think DC has the cooler characters to build on and build a movie universe than Marvel does. I just do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is the Avengers worked because you brought them all together. Mm-hmm. But you go back right now and watch a lot of those individual movies, they're not fucking very good. Iron Man 1's good, but Iron Man 2 and 3 are horrible. They're really bad movies. And I'll argue with anyone about how bad those movies are.
Mickey Rourke, dude.
Oh, yeah. Mickey Rourke and his fucking dreadlocks and his dirty ass hair with a shitty Russian accent with his fucking electrical. This is a bad movie. And then the third one. Can you name the villain of the third one? I'll wait.
Dolomite.
Basically.
Shit, I don't know.
I mean, the Thor Dark World was horrible. I mean, Love and Thunder was shit. I just outside of the main Avengers movie, there's just not a lot of good superhero movies, in my opinion. Just not. Yeah. Did they sell a few tickets? Yes, but as far as good movies, no. I mean, when's the last time someone has told you that they're like, man, I'm going to sit down with the family. We're going to watch Iron Man 3 this weekend.
I don't know.
Right, facts.
Trey, what's this Batman 89 Mezco action figure you're talking about?
Oh, that wasn't me.
Batman 89. What? Damn, Ferg, you've really been fucking up.
I don't know. This probably was a 78 point still, but
I had it all set up and everything. I was like,
Trey. So tell us about the Batman 89 Mezco. Oh, that wasn't me.
Well,
Shit,
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's an action figure made by Mezco that's going to highlight Michael Keaton's character from the legendary 1989 film The Batman. There's going to be multiple cowls and faces, some batarangs, and it's going to cost way too much fucking money, and it will sell out.
Cool. All right. Well, transitioning on to the next segment. I was going to talk about HeroQuest, but I wanted to point out something different to kind of coincide with magazines.
By the way, I don't know shit. You're throwing HeroQuest at me. You're going.
No, this is mine. This is me. That was me. I'm gonna replace it though, real quick.
No, you sure? Ferd, are you sure you're talking about HeroQuest? You sure I didn't put that in there?
No, I'm 100% sure I put HeroQuest in there. Man, I'll quit. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, go and quit. I'm gonna take over. HeroQuest. Go ahead, Ferd.
I love that game.
Let's go. What you got? I know. I love that game. HeroQuest.
Yeah. So I got this in the mail today, and I was doing some research on magazines, and I feel like there's an untapped market in magazines, and it's the same argument that we have with cameos, cover appearances, whatever, right? So I picked this up today, or I got this from eBay today. I talked about this in the Discord as well. Do you guys know what this is?
Is that you on the cover?
That's a golfer.
That's Sergio
Garcia. It is the first mention of Shohei Ohtani in a U.S. magazine.
Nice.
Also, I don't know if it's his first mention in interior as well, but the NFL draft preview is in this from 2017. So Mahomes' year. And I got to do a little more research, but it could be potentially the first mention of Mahomes in a Sports Illustrated magazine. Because remember when he came out of Texas Tech, he wasn't like a superstar. He was kind of like he was drafted 10th overall, but he wasn't really like well known amongst circles. Like he was an All-American. He went to a small school that was like on the bottom of the SEC. So I got to do more research in that, but that could be a double interior, like first appearance of a sports person, sports character. I don't know.
Big 12.
Big 12, right? Oh yeah, sorry, Big 12. My bad.
Big 12.
But I bought this for like cover price. I got 2 copies for cover price. It's in their newsstands. So I just I don't know if the market for first interior like article or picture of a sports figure is going to be something in the future. But it's for $5, man. It's the first Shohei Ohtani like mentioned in Sports Illustrated. That just seems like a good get.
I think you're onto something because, I've like it's like those golf first appearances, like those, the 1981 November Golf Digest that had the very first time Tiger Woods was mentioned. Right. I think that was super. I think that as the magazine, and here's the thing, CGC has to help the magazine market out by getting faster with the grading process. People hear these horror stories of having to wait 9 to 10 months or even longer to get the magazines graded. People don't want to have their money fucking extended that long, especially right now in this economy.
Yeah.
So I honest to God think that if CGC got their shit together magazine wise, the same way, I mean, the video game, they're doing video games in 4 or 5 days. Mm-hmm. It's insane how quick they're doing their video game. So if they could figure out the magazine, and here's the thing, I just don't think there's that many experts on magazines. I think that's honestly what it is. I think they have a very small staff of people that are probably really, really good at it, and they're just getting overwhelmed with the amount of submissions. But I think you're 100% onto something about the first interiors. I mean, the very first time Shohei was mentioned in American Sports Illustrated, if he continues on the trajectory that he's currently at, those people are going to want that. I mean, Vinny talks about it all the time. 15 years ago, no one gave a shit about tickets. I mean, literally, they were throwaways. Now look what tickets are doing. Mm-hmm. And as more and more people start to, gravitate towards magazines, and I see it in the Discord and I see it in comments all the time, people are kind of fed up with comic books. So it's kind of fun to chase down new first appearances or the first time and have those arguments, Mm-hmm. Like Doc Joe, perfect example. He was talking about, well, that's not his first magazine appearance. There are probably college previews and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
There are, but what are they?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. So as long as healthy arguments and debates come of this, because that was one of the cool things about CBSI was, someone would be like, hey, this is the first appearance, or this is the first time Del Auto did this. And someone would be like, no, he did 5 covers for this and, Germany and this and that. And we uncovered so many cool books because we had so many smart people looking into the details and the different variants and things like that. So the more and more people that I feel get into the magazines, they're going to uncover so much more cool shit because there's so much stuff out there that we don't even know about.
Yeah, it really is kind of tough, like trying to figure out. Like I bought just some like throwaway magazine articles of Shohei, and I looked it up on Google as best as I could, and I was wrong on one. And then I looked at this one. This is and this article is a year before he got posted, so I knew I was onto something. I looked previous to this issue, and so far I can't find anything. If anyone else knows, I mean, hit me up. But like as far as I know, this is his first mention, and the way the article's kind of written, it's like, I mean, basically like they talk about this is the first time we've interviewed Shohei and all this stuff. So I think it's a pretty good bet. And these are pretty good condition, man. Yeah, they're newsstands. I mean, they're pretty flawless for sure. So I don't know. I figure for cover price for each one and free shipping, $10 ain't nothing. So anyway,
I don't know if you saw that, but I posted it earlier last week that very first cover appearance of Mike Trout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sports Illustrated 9/8.
Yep.
I went for a little over 1,000, and honest to God, I'm kicking myself for not putting a $1,200 bid in.
Was that was a subscription though, wasn't it? It wasn't a newsstand.
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel. I almost think the subscription variants are harder to keep in mint condition because I don't know if y'all, the mailman, I don't know what kind of mailboxes y'all have. Every time I got my Sports Illustrated as a kid, that motherfucker was rolled up, put in my mailbox to fit in the mailbox. Yep. I think that it's almost easier to get a higher grade copy from a newsstand that has racks and displays and things like that because the mail-in stuff, a lot of times they're putting in envelopes. And like I said, we're not thinking about collecting magazines like we are now. So no one gives a shit necessarily about. That's why I like the subscription variant for that Star Wars Insider. It's beat to shit. And most of those, if you look at a lot of those newsstands, they're beat to shit. And I think it's for that exact reason. So I don't know where it's going to fall when it comes to the newsstand versus the subscription stuff when it comes to magazines. I just don't, because honestly, I've seen more newsstands beat the hell up. Now, a subscription's beat up than I have newsstands.
Yeah, I did read, like, as far as print run, the print runs on subscriptions are, for Sports Illustrated at least, are a bit more than newsstand. I don't know where I read that, but that's kind of what I followed. But it makes sense what you're saying, because like even when I get like was it Baseball America? It's huge, right? It doesn't even fit like in a mailbox. Like the dude has to like kind of fold it. It comes like thrash. You have to press it, and it's almost impossible to press unless you have a huge press anyway, because that magazine is freaking huge. That's another thing too about magazines. Like, so not every magazine is the same size, like a comic book, obviously, right? So I wonder, like, I don't think my Baseball America magazines are even gradable because they're so big, but it'd be cool to get them graded, you know?
The other thing about magazines and pressing magazines with those thick, they have those graphic novel type spines. A lot of them do that are glued, that aren't stapled. So pressing them is very, very difficult. There's people that can do them, but
yeah, Red Hood says he does a pretty good job, and I've seen it. So anyway,
Red Hood knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Nice.
Cool, good stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to know what you guys thought of that. I've been trying to dig a little deeper into magazine first mentions, and that was my first favorite one. So,
that's cool, man. That's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, so some sports card stuff I've been kind of catching up on. Volpe, I gotta give a little kudos to Aaron Yeezy. He actually put me on Volpe last November to buy the dip on Volpe cards. And so I got a PSA 9 Sapphire for like $40 and a Dominguez for like 45. It was PSA 9 too. It wasn't that the Dominguez wasn't a Sapphire, but the Volpe was. He hasn't had the greatest start hitting wise, but he had 3 stolen bases over the weekend. There's a lot of attention on him, and he's playing, a high leverage spot. He's doing pretty good, and I think Yankees fans are kind of taking a kin to him. He's been able to next Jeter and all that, but his cards, the PSA 9 Sapphire is sold for like $120 the other day. So I don't know if it'd be a good time to get in, but I thought that was an interesting thing to see, especially with all the Jason Dominguez stuff going on. And Dominguez didn't even make the final roster. I mean, he may later this year, but Volpe, surprisingly made the final roster, which was kind of cool. So,
and he's hitting the ball like you said. I mean, they got him batting 9th right now, but he's fucking. He had 2 hits yesterday, and an opening night he had a hit. So,
good for him. It's cool how they're using him as like a base stealer too. So it kind of gets more excitement in today's game, right? I think I was reading an article, or I was watching ESPN. There was like 42 stolen bases over opening day weekend versus last year there was 17, which I thought was crazy.
You know the reason why? You know that, right? You can only throw over to the first baseman twice now.
Yep. Yeah.
So, I mean, once they throw over twice, I mean, have you seen some of the leads and some of the stuff that those guys – I love it. I think –
I do too.
I think that and the pitch clock have done a lot to properly get baseball. The games were 4.5 hours. I mean, no one has that fucking kind of time. Honestly, it's ridiculous to spend that much time at a baseball game. So getting these games back underneath that 2.5 hour time frame, which they wanted to.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I was watching just games in general, and like I usually watch baseball tonight every Sunday, and it was over like 8 o'clock. I was like, that's just weird, but it was great. Loved it.
Yeah, shout out Mel V in the chat. He just joined in.
That's crazy. First time we see Mel in the chat. That's awesome.
Mel's like the fucking wind, though. He comes and he goes. You see, just when you forget about him, he'll blow in for a little bit. Who in the fuck is Victor Wembanyama too? I don't even know who this. I don't even know who he's trying to say. He's mentioned Wembanyama twice. That's
Yo, somebody sent me I've been seeing all these articles about Victor Wembanyama, like where he's going, and I heard something about like he may not go to the normal NBA draft, and then I don't know, and then I was like, is this an April Fool's thing?
I think it was an April Fool's joke. There's no way, dude.
They said he was going to the the Spurs were going to get him.
I heard that too. I mean, they haven't even done the lottery yet.
Spurs. Pissed me off that the Spurs got him.
I mean, they had to have the first pick, right? So
that SI kids with the good centered ones are still fucking going. I saw one of the magazines go for $348, $292. I wish people, if anyone ever listened to any of those shit that we say, I wish people listen to us when it comes to that SI kids.
Yeah, that was money.
The Discord was going nuts. The dude with the Shassel P or whatever, he was going crazy trying to find a copy. Yeah, I don't know if he's in the chat, but he was going crazy trying to find a copy in New York, or I don't know what part of New York he was in, but that guy was going. He was went to like 10 Barnes and Nobles trying to find that Wembanyama.
And Vinny had already went to every Barnes and Noble in every town in the United States, like Santa Claus, and picked them up.
Listen, be clear. Vinny got 400 copies of that shit, and he ain't. I say, Vinny, bro, go and peel one off, bro. I'll pay for it, bro. Like, let me just. Vinny be like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I ain't gonna let it go.
I'm gonna say,
you know what?
I got 42 copies, and 19 of them. Yeah. And 19 of them have, I would say, above. And that's the thing, is getting them torn out correctly and all that stuff. Just based on the sheet, that's how many that I have that are decently centered. You know, that's the thing is on those SI kids, is even the 50-50 left to right can be good, but you still got to, the top and the bottom are just as important. It comes with grading. And if you look with that Wembanyama, especially being at the top of the page, you think you might have one centered, but if you look, the top and bottom are they're off on a lot of those as well.
Oh, wow.
I still think if you could find the right copy of that magazine for in that $200 range, it's a buy as many as you can buy. And
or
then you do that, and then Wembanyama's going to break both knees or some shit, and it's going to turn out to be.
I know, right? Like that would be the whole thing.
Hey, here's the thing: it's a possibility. Everyone was just as sure about Greg Oden. You got to think about this.
Dude,
Greg Oden went ahead of Kevin Durant in the draft because people just knew that he was a can't miss. And then he got to the league and couldn't stay healthy because of knees. When you're 7'3", 7'4", and a perfect example is Chet Holmgren, 7'1", 7'2". He was trying to fucking show off last year in Seattle and fucked his leg up and was out for a whole season. Mm-hmm. Those guys that are long and skinny like that are pounding and banging, no homo pause, there's a chance that they're not going to stay healthy for an extended period. Yao Ming, another perfect example, couldn't stay fucking healthy. Guys like Shaq and Hakeem Olajuwon were one in a million type players.
And let me say this.
Joel Embiid, how many first 2.5 years after Joel Embiid got drafted, he played how many games? 7.
Let me say this. First of all, I live in Houston. You're going to watch your damn mouth about Yao Ming. I'm going to just tell you that right now. You're going to watch your damn mouth about Yao Ming. No, it was very disrespectful. But I'm going to say this, though. It's okay. I'm going to just tell you. Yao Ming is as tall as he really looks. We were in the Infinity store. He was getting an Infinity truck for his dad. His dad is tall. And Yao Ming was down here getting all the black barbecue he could eat. I'm gonna leave that right there for y'all.
I thought Mark would say he was in the sauna with him or something.
No. I ain't found out that much about Yao Ming. I'm good. I ain't found out that much about Yao. I just know he liked dark meat. He was down here having a great time in Houston. Think he still lives here. Enjoys the International District.
I'm sure he.
They call him Yao Bling down here.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because he cut them checks. Yao Bling. He got a whole restaurant down here. It's actually really good. It's called Yao's. It's actually really good though. All jokes.
Oh, fuck that. We only eat at Koi's family's restaurant when it comes to Houston Chinese food. We don't fuck with none of that Yao Ming shit.
Koi's family has a restaurant?
I had no idea.
Who knew?
Yeah, I'll ask him permission to say what it is before we put it on blast.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's what he's doing now.
No wonder why Koi never mind. Okay.
Hey, so who's Jack Hughes? Who's Jack Hughes' kid?
Jack Hughes was the #1 draft pick in the 2019 NHL draft. An American kid. First couple years, it took him a little bit to kind of get the lay of the land of the league. But this year, he has had an absolute monster year. And he's still 23 years of age. And I think, 2 or 3 years ago, I bought a Connor McDavid Young Guns PSA 10 for $1,300, which is a lot of money. They're selling for above $3,200 as of right now. Those Young Guns hockey prospect cards are the cards that you buy when it comes to hockey cards. And right now you can get this Jack Hughes card in SGC for about $240 for a 10 and about $340 to $370 for a PSA 10. And I've watched the kid play a couple times this year. Mm-hmm. He's got it all. He really, really does. He's got plenty. He's got plenty of years left at 23. He's still a young pup. The Devils are having a good season this year. They're going to make the playoffs. I think if you can find one of these cards, even raw in good condition, it's one of those ones that you buy and you put in a box somewhere. And in 10 years, I think you're going to be very, very happy that you did it.
Who is this man? Jack Hughes?
Jack Hughes. Yep.
Anybody want to send me a Jack Hughes card, feel free. I don't really collect those characters. I'm not too sure on.
He's been hurt a little bit this year too. So like I said, he missed about 3 weeks worth of games. He was up at fourth or fifth in the league in total scoring at one point in time. And he's got 90 points right now. And I think he's down to 15th in the scoring. But like I said, I like his game. He's got a little razzle dazzle to him. He's got a little bit of an edge to him. And I think for $250 to $350, I think it's a sound investment if you're looking to spend some of your tax money on some sports cards.
It seems like a great character. I look forward to looking for his card. Now, you missed that earlier, Trey. I didn't call these sports players player. I call them characters.
Yeah.
So,
first appearance characters. Yeah.
First appearance characters. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so confused with this Cow Phantom Disney hobby box set stuff.
What are you confused about?
So I was looking at single prices for this, and they're like $10 to $20, but a box goes for $100. So what insert? Like what? Why are these so expensive?
If I remember right, don't quote me on this, but like you can get like some really rares out of the box. And it's one in particular. God, I can't remember. It was, but all of this is pre-Lorcana. So like
what is the difference?
Well, you want to know what's the difference on what?
It's not a game, right? It's just
like what is cacao or whatever the fuck? What did you call this?
So this is before wow. This is before Lorcana comes out, and so you can wow. I can't even keep straight.
Martin Vinny with the cacao reference out of fucking nowhere.
Oh my god! I hate Vinny. I do. I can't stand him because I'm trying to be serious, and and it's just getting further and further out of hand. So with the cacao Phantom cards, you can get like some really rare Lorcana cards before they come out because all of this is Lorcana. It's pre-Lorcana. So you can grab it and and do what you do. You grab some really cool shit, and these cards are selling for like stupid money. Some of the individual ones are selling for crazy money. Crazy money.
Who's buying these cards is what I want to know. Like, who's excited to have a fucking Snow White first appearance or a first fucking card or some shit?
You watch your mouth when we talk about the House of the Mouse. You watch your damn mouth because Mickey is going to make everybody money.
I want to see Mufasa. Those are the characters I fuck with.
Mufasa, Scar, all of those cards, and they
Simba,
got them. Yeah, I don't know about Simba,
Ariel, the fucking Ursula.
Do you want black Ariel card or do you want the white Ariel card with the red hair? Ooh,
we're gonna go. We're gonna go with a non-answer on that fucking thing because either way I go with that, someone's gonna get pissed off. So I ain't fucking with any of those cards. Like I said, I want a Lion King.
Trey.
Not just for that.
Look, it was watch this for Trey. So are we going with black Ariel or white Ariel? Trey said
Yeah. That's what's crazy is that's the world that we're in though. For real though, that's crazy to think that there's probably going to be people that won't buy one because of the other, if there were, which is fucked up.
True.
I mean, we live in that kind of world, Trey. I mean, it is what it is. I think, at the end of the day, bro, you ain't gonna be able to get around that, fam. It is what it is.
Yeah, man, it's all good. Moving another card set that I think has been in the Discord for, I want to say I feels like a month, but maybe it hasn't been that long. But the Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings, Tales of the Middle Earth set. So from what I understand, there's like 7 different types of booster boxes you can buy. This one specifically has the 1 of 1 rings in it, and like the odds to get it are like 1 in 3 million or some outrageous amount. So they retail for $419. You don't even get a full like booster box. It's like how many? It's like 18 packs or something.
This has sorry to interrupt you, but on Marcus's deal, this is the one that has the black Aragon, isn't it?
I have no idea. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, there was a bunch of controversy because Aragon looks like looks like Billy D. Williams from from Empire Strikes Back in it.
Mm-hmm. Aragon looked like El DeBarge.
He did. He had that little mustache and everything else.
Yeah.
People were fucking mad about it too.
Yeah, it was a lot of drama.
This is, I guess, like now pre-orders are going for like $700. Anyway, I just thought it was crazy. It's just insane. This set doesn't come out till June and they're already double in price. I'm not even gonna try and get them. It's not even worth it. The odds and all that.
Not for one card. Like it'd be different if it had a couple of. It's one card that's gonna be worth big money. Everything else is gonna be like decent, but one card.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
I don't know enough about Magic the Gathering to talk about it. I know Wade is into it big time, and he showed me a bunch of stuff. It's crazy how those singles of Magic the Gathering are sneaky when it comes to their value. Like you open a pack and think that there's some common shit, and then you'll look and there'll be a $17, $18 card, which that doesn't necessarily, subsidize the $480 box or whatever it is. I don't know. He said he ordered 2 of them, and I think I'm going to order 1. I've never had a big hit in my life, so I'm due. So one of those 1 in 3 million fucking rings might be coming to Oklahoma City, and y'all will never hear from me fucking again. I'll sell that bitch to some fucking 13-year-old Greek NFT guru, and like I said, no one will ever hear from me again.
Trey and Ralph are gonna ride to the sunset. Ralph with his NFTs.
Yeah, because Ralph done got his money and split, baby. That boy went like a banana and split.
He did. He sold 2 Casamigos, whatever the fuck it was.
He sold 2 Nakamigos. Yeah. He said he sold 2 Nakamigos and said Nayamara. Sayonara.
Oh man.
We're gonna end today's show. Thanks everybody for joining us. Please like, subscribe to all your friends, all the Rumble peeps and all the Kick peeps. Thank you so much for tuning in as well. But we're gonna wrap this up with Vinny today. I don't know what the score of the game is. If anyone in the chat could let us know, that'd be great. But we're gonna end the day with Vinny's video game segment. So take it away, my friend.
How come Vinny get the skyscraper though in his little thing?
I like to kind of differentiate a little bit, here and there.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, it was the cool side I could see, so that's all. Honestly,
smells like hate. Let's get him. Smells like hate.
So today I was going to talk about basically the first video games that were licensed by NFL celebrities. So if anybody's looking into that, I mean, we've historically seen a lot of the sports games starting to take off. So I just wanted to talk about a few of these if anybody's interested. So the first NFL celebrity licensed game was John Elway's Quarterback. This was originally a arcade game called Quarterback, and then it got ported to Apple II in 1987. And then once John Elway came on board with the endorsement, then it was called John Elway's quarterback. So that was kind of like the first officially licensed NFL game by a celebrity. And that's the back of it. This is again, this is a PC game. So this is straight up 3.5-inch floppy disk and all of that. I think you're on mute, Fred. It's all good. All right, cool.
I think you're on mute. I think you're on mute first.
Ferd's looking at Ferd's looking at some leggings and some shit again this week. He's got to cut it off. He's like, "Hey, baby."
Yeah. And then Nintendo released a version of this game as well in 1988. So this is basically the version of that if you're looking. So again, this is the first officially licensed celebrity video game. So if anybody's looking for that and is interested, you could get either one. I think it's going to be impossible, damn near impossible, to find a sealed PC version, or an Apple II version, but you might be able to get away with finding a Nintendo version of it.
You know, it's crazy looking at John Elway like this because, you know, now he's on like the AARP commercials where he's like he's really old and, you know, and all this shit. And Joe Montana, too. And what's the other guy? The guy with the fur coat that he played for, I don't know. What's the character?
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath. Yeah, that's the guy. Joe Namath walking around, fur coats and shit with earrings and rings. It's all a thing. They've all gotten older. Carry on.
Yeah. Fred, can you move to the next slide, actually?
Oh, my bad.
No worries. I've talked about this before on this show. John Madden Football. There were a few versions of this. This is pictured here is the MS-DOS version of it that was released in 1989. The Apple II version was released June 1st, 1988. This is my grail, honestly, for when it comes to sports video games. I just think that Madden has, created such a big franchise, and if you really want to look back, this is the game to try to get. I still have not found one, but you can still find CIBs of them for probably like $150 to $300. So if you're looking for the first version of it, go for the Apple II one.
Man, it's crazy how
I love
John
that cover.
Madden
It looks like my fucking uncle when he come in with a pizza when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And then we're it's a little out of order. Let's see.
John Madden don't look like that no more, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. And then
he died. He
looks like this.
Oh shit! I forgot he died.
Yeah, oh my god! Come on, man.
Oh shit!
Jeez. This is the Genesis version of John Madden Football. This came out a few years later, actually 3 years later in 1990. The Genesis version came out 2 years later, 1990. The SNES version came out in 1991. This is also an awesome game to pick up. There is a cardboard version of it, and there's a clamshell version of it. The cardboard version is the first version. The clamshell is a later production. If you are looking for this game, again, also I think very good to get in CIB. If you can find a nice copy of the cardboard version, I think that would be a great thing to target. The sealed copies are not too bad if you get kind of like a lower grade. So that's something to also probably target. Something interesting about John Madden Football in general, that first PC version we were talking about. So the founder of EA, Trip Hawkins, he wanted to make a football game, right? So he originally approached Joe Montana in 1982, who refused to do it because he was already working on a separate video game. So 2 years later, Trip Hawkins then approached John Madden, and Madden agreed to sign on board, right? So he was interested in the prospect of making a game and kind of making it like a teaching tool for people who are interested in learning more about the NFL and learning about the rules of football. So EA, when they originally approached to John Madden, they said, okay, let's do it. And let's do it with, 6 or 7 players on each team. And that became like a big point of contention because he wanted 11 players on each team. And he was like, I'm not going to do it if you're doing 6 or 7 players. So it actually took them 3 years to settle that dispute, finally putting it out. EA was actually on the verge of bankruptcy, and this game took them out of bankruptcy.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
Kind of a crazy history. And to think, if Joe Montana had the push of EA on these games, would it have been the same level of success? Would it just be Joe Montana football now? I don't know.
It wouldn't have been the same level of success, I guarantee.
So he had a game. He had a game that came right after.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
And where's that game right now? Tecmo Bowl was better than Joe Montana football. I mean, let's just be for real. See, with John Madden came, I don't do sports, but I do know John Madden football. Like, like the mechanics of the game, the gameplay, all of that. I mean, that's what people play those games for. You know what I'm saying? I just be honest. Nobody's still talking about Joe Montana football. But years later, here you are. John Madden is in the upper room, and people still playing. They can drop a John Madden game tomorrow, and people are going to go buy it and go crazy. Madden gone.
But you just wonder if they use the same game with Joe Montana's name attached to it. Yeah, would it still? I mean, because if it's the same game, would it have been successful? I don't know. I mean, it's just something to think about.
I don't think so because John Madden was a coach, right? So that's kind of the whole thing. Joe Montana quarterback, John Madden coach. So you coaching teams. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm with you on that. I'm just trying to give you the other side of that. Like I don't think it would be I don't think it would be as popular as it was Joe Montana football.
Yeah,
23, Montana 23, Montana 22.
So Joe Montana obviously did have a game. It came out first on for PC in 1990. I actually can't find a picture of it. It's actually really hard to find. And then released for Master System and Genesis in 1991. So this is a picture of that game. So again, kind of fizzled after that. So there wasn't too much to it. I think they made a Joe Montana 2. And I think that was it. However, sales on Heritage, a sealed 9.8 of Joe Montana football A+ sold for $5,400 last year. Why?
Wait a damn minute.
That was good.
Wait a damn minute. Come on, Joe Montana. Hold on now. You should have told me. You should have prepared me for this. Shit. Did I tell you that Joe Montana, me and Joe Montana, my homeboy? You know what I'm saying? Me and Joe Montana, we all right.
Okay. I was actually surprised by that sale, but yeah. But again, third officially licensed by a celebrity NFL game. So I guess it has some, a place in history, right? So now this was the freaking crazy sale of the this was beginning of last year, right? January 28th, 2022. I watched this go off for $480,000. John Madden football from 1990. This is the cardboard box version of it, but man, that is a super high price for it.
I tell you? Did I tell you, Joe Montana? Man, fuck Joe Montana. John Madden. That's my friend. John Madden, my friend. John, I did not mean to talk about you.
Now keep in mind this is a 9.2 A+ WADA. Now check out the next one. CGC 9.2 A+. 1 year later, 21,600. Cardboard version.
That's stimulus money. That's all the stimulus money and bullshit.
That is crazy. Now, obviously that's like there's a big disparity in those two games. I don't think it has anything to do with the grader. I think if now a WATA version came out, it would probably sell for around the same version as a CGC one. But what I am trying to show is this is a game that has a lot of potential. So, somebody paid, or a group of people were bidding it up all the way to $500,000 before. So just keep that in mind. It is a good game. I think, of course, we're in a downturn. We're in a bear market. Try to find it. If you can't find a sealed, get a CIB. They're like $50.
Hey, Lord Jesus, put John Madden on the phone and tell him that he needs to point me to the direction on where this damn game is. Because I know it's in some video game store somewhere in the hood, and they don't know where it's at. It's hiding in a box. I just need to know where it's at. Just let John, just tell him text me. Just tell him text me. All right, cool. I'm gonna have that shit in a month. Watch. I promise you that.
I like this little yellow box about you can make an offer to the owner, and it says the item owner would consider the right offer, but isn't actively participating and doesn't respond to most offers. What the fuck does that mean?
Right. What is that?
So if you offer him $200,000, he might respond?
I bet you would 200,000. I'd respond too.
He'll deliver that and his wife.
Hey, Vinny, is this the Southpaw Brown wants to know? Is this the highest grade for this game?
It's the highest I've seen. I was able to track down one of these sealed, but it was cheap, man. I think I got like an 8.5, but I didn't get the cardboard version. I got the clamshell version, which was the. I want you
to hear that Vinny said he has one.
I don't have this. I have the clamshell version, but I'm looking. So.
And then Ryan Adams says, "Is the second year mana worth looking for?"
I think so, just for the history. Yeah, I mean, if this one's out of reach, I would go for it for sure. That's still in the same time frame, and I think, if I remember correctly, I think the game officially changed to Madden around that time, instead of just John Madden Football. So, I believe so.
That's amazing. I'm not even here to play with y'all. That is some good stuff. I will have me a Madden game in a month, 30 days. By the time y'all catch me in May, I'm gonna be with one. I promise you, I'm gonna have a Madden something. I'm gonna have a Madden
Google,
something.
Set a reminder 1 month from now. Give Marcus shit for not having a Madden game.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Marcus shit.
Actually, it changed to Madden. I think in '94. So it was John Madden Football. I think 92, 91, 92, and 93, and then it switched over. But I think any of those early ones are great if you can get them at a good price. Definitely.
If I tell you that I'm gonna have it, you better know that I'm gonna have it. If I tell you it's cheese on the moon, get crackers. I'm gonna have it.
Cheese on the moon, get crackers.
Yeah, if I tell you it's cheese on the moon, get crackers. If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, shut up and hook it up. I got it. I'm gonna have it.
That should be the beginning of our show. Wait.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I will have it. If I got to go to Vinny's house and steal it, I'm going to have it. I'm through manifesting. It's time to steal. I'm through manifesting. It's time to steal.
He just shows Vinny's copies in a month. He's like, this is the one I got.
And Vinny going to be like,
that's my serial number.
Marcus is going to come over and be like, hey, Vinny, I need to use the restroom. Yeah, man.
I put it up on my IG with all the serial numbers.
It's going to be Vinny. I'm going to leave Vinny's house.
With them square titties.
Yeah, with them square titties. I'm going to leave Vinny. That's how I'm going to leave Vinny's house. With them square breasts.
All right. Well, with that note of opportunity knocks, 16 live. Thanks again, everybody, for watching us on a Monday night. National championship is pretty much over. It sounds like, fellas. Any closing words for the show today?
We are like the dog fucking the skunk. We've had all this we can take for tonight. Sounds good. I've never heard that saying before, but I'm
I'm gonna use that tomorrow for something. I'm gonna use it for something. Yeah. No, I can't use that. No. All right.
I like that though. I like that. I had to think about it. I had to process it. I like it. It's very,
Vinny
clever.
caught it early. I appreciated him for it too.
Yeah, I see, said the blind man to the deaf mute. I see. It's good. I'm there. Okay, listen. Next Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. We will be here. Hopefully, Trey will get the chlamydia fixed in his eye. We will be. Oh no, bro. Yeah, you had all kind of diseases prior to you coming on. Bro, you had chlamydia, you had hepatitis in the eye, bro. You had all kind of shit going on.
Yeah, scroll up in the chat. They'll tell you. Yeah.
I'm sure, dude. I got poked in the eye by a fucking stick, and it still feels like there's something in. I don't know if it got scratched or whatever. It just feels like there's something in there. It's hard to explain.
Fam, in the future, don't tell nobody you got poked in the eye with a stick. Just say that,
motherfucker. I was out hunting mushrooms and shit with a fucking copperhead fighting all kinds of shit going on today.
Jesus Christ!
You had a fight with a snake,
dude. I ran into a fucking nest of copperheads, walking over a log, and my dad says, "Hey, don't move." And I look down, and there's 3 copperheads, fucking 2 foot from my left.
Now,
from my left boot.
Does copperheads kill?
I mean, if you get bit by one in the right spot, it damn sure could. It's gonna fuck you up for a couple weeks minimum.
Okay.
And the thing about, I was far enough away from the trail that I don't know how. My dad's too old; he couldn't have fucking carried me. And that's the problem with snake bites is that your adrenaline gets up and you start pumping and circulating all that venom throughout your system, which is a bad thing. So I mean, I'd have been in a deep shit if I would have got bit for sure.
See, and this is why I don't play in the woods. See, nature, the woods. Y'all won't get me out there. First of all, I won't be the only black man out in the woods with a bunch of just everybody else. I love y'all. I won't be out there in the woods.
He said everybody else.
I won't, because I done seen the movies, The Hunted, whatever. What's the Reindeer Games, and I love y'all. But listen, we will be on land in the city. Hey, come eat with me. Okay, cool. We going in the woods. I'll see y'all later. I ain't going fishing. I ain't going nowhere where I could be dropped off, dumped off, ducked off, hidden. I'm good. I love y'all though.
I'll tell you what, there's a better chance of dying driving through Houston than going fucking mushroom hunting with me at this point.
Now that is a true statement. That is a true statement. That's why I keep my black ass at the house. You won't catch me out. You won't catch me out in them streets. Houston, I'm not me. I won't be out in them streets.
And Asians and shit. And all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, boy. Listen, boy, you get your head blown out for $5 in Houston. Right behind some Timmy Chan's, some fried chicken and rice. You get what? You ate my Timmy Chan? It's the whole thing. So anyway.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess either you're getting killed hunting for mushrooms or going to Houston. So on that note, we will see you all next week.